Welcome to Section 1, what eIDAS 2.0 actually is. The goal of this section is very simple, to strip away legal and technical noise so you can explain eIDAS 2.0 clearly and confidently to your leadership team. By the end of this section, you'll have the language needed to describe what it is, how it works, and why it matters, without diving into regulation or cryptography. Start by thinking about the physical wallet in your pocket. It holds your identity, your permissions, and your qualifications, all in one place. The European Digital Identity Wallet, or EUDI Wallet, is the official EU-wide digital equivalent. It allows individuals to prove who they are, share certified information like a driver's license or degree, and, critically, maintain control. The data is stored locally on the user's device, not in a central EU database. It's important to understand that eIDAS 2.0 is not a single app or product. It is a regulatory framework that defines the rules of the ecosystem, who plays which role, the legal value of digital data, the security standards required, and how cross-border interoperability must work. It does not mandate specific phone hardware, create a central EU identity database, or force citizens to use the wallet. Member states must provide wallets. Usage by citizens remains voluntary. The system operates as a marketplace of trust, centered around the user. 4 key players interact in this ecosystem: wallet providers, who build and maintain the apps; issuers, who create trusted digital credentials; relying parties, who verify those credentials to deliver services; and governance bodies, who define and enforce the rules. Understanding this structure is essential for any strategic discussion. Under eIDAS 2.0, the user is the central actor. The system is built on data minimization and user consent. Users decide what data to share, with whom, and for how long. For example, a user can prove they are over 18 without revealing their full date of birth. This represents a fundamental shift, from organizations collecting and storing personal data to individuals holding their own certified, verifiable information. Wallet providers design and operate the EUDI wallet applications. Every EU member state must offer at least one certified wallet to its citizens free of charge. In addition, approved private providers may also offer wallets under the same regulatory standards. A helpful analogy is this: wallet providers build high-security vaults, but the user decides what credentials are stored inside. Issuers are the sources of truth in the system. They digitally sign the credentials stored in the wallet. There are 2 main types: PID providers, usually governments, who issue core identity data such as a digital passport, and attestation providers, such as universities, banks, or employers, who issue credentials like diplomas, licenses, or proof of employment. Trust flows from who issues the data. Relying parties are where the business impact becomes real. These are organizations that verify credentials to deliver services. Examples include banks performing instant KYC, retailers verifying age, travel providers checking licenses, or HR departments validating academic credentials. Large online platforms and public services are mandated to accept EUDI wallets, which will drive adoption across the entire market. The system runs on electronic attestations of attributes, or EAAs. These are not simple data files. They are cryptographically signed, tamper-resistant statements issued by trusted entities. EAAs allow for mathematical proof of authenticity and selective disclosure, meaning you can prove a single fact without revealing an entire document. For leadership, one distinction is critical: qualified versus non-qualified. Qualified attestations are issued by audited providers and carry EU-wide legal equivalents to their paper counterparts, similar to a notarized document. Non-qualified attestations are still useful, but they do not automatically carry cross-border legal recognition. This distinction is what enables legal certainty at scale across the EU. eIDAS 2.0 represents a major evolution from the original 2014 regulation. eIDAS 1.0 focused primarily on public services and relied on fragmented national schemes. eIDAS 2.0 is mobile-first, citizen-centric, and designed as a universal digital utility, supporting everything from banking and employment to commerce. Crucially, it must be available to all EU citizens by 2026. Consider buying a discounted software license as a student. Traditionally, this involves uploading an ID, waiting for manual checks, and exposing more personal data than necessary. With eIDAS 2.0, the user selects Verify with EUDI Wallet, authorizes sharing only their student status using biometrics, and the merchant receives an instant confirmation without ever seeing the user's full identity. This is a fundamental upgrade to Europe's digital infrastructure. It creates business value in 4 ways: reducing onboarding friction, increasing security beyond passwords, enabling cross-border scalability across 27 countries, and building trust through privacy by design. Here's how to summarize eIDAS 2.0 to leadership. It creates a secure digital wallet for every European, operates through a 4-player trust ecosystem, uses qualified status to ensure legal certainty, and functions as a shared utility for the digital economy. You now have the foundational understanding of how eIDAS 2.0 works. In the next section, we will move from structure to strategy, exploring the key use cases and strategic implications for your organization.